Right, welcome back to the channel. Just a quick one, guys. I was watching Master Mods install an analog boost gauge into his Focus ST225, which is a great video. If you're interested in doing that, I'll leave a link in the description to his video. But it reminded me of something I did to my Subaru Impreza. If you look back in my video catalogue on YouTube, you'll see some old ones about my Scooby. I'm not a big fan of extra dials, but what I did was, with these bits that you see here, I created my own style of dials. So I used an ODB2 splitter. It means you can permanently have a ODB Wi-Fi dongle plugged in. Can't be accessed when you're not driving around anyhow. I used one of the kids' old fire tablets and put some metal stickies on the back, which is what these are for. Put them in the vents and it holds the tablet on, connects to the Wi-Fi. Used a bit of software called Talk, which is free from the App Store, from Amazon or Google Play. I don't think it's available on iOS, so you'll have to look, but it was a cheap option for me because the kids have all got iPads now, so I used one of their old fire tablets, so it didn't cost me anything. I think the metal vent tabs cost, I think it was about £4 each. They come with stickies, so you stick it onto the back of whatever, your phone or. And the Wi-Fi, the ODB splitter, I think was about £6 as well. So it was a fairly cheap option. So enough of me talking. And thanks Master Mods for jogging my memory about it. We'll continue this conversation in the car, and I'll show you exactly what I did to set it up and install it. Catch you in the car. Right, in the car now with the stuff. Something I didn't show during the last bit because it was in the car was my ODB2 Wi-Fi dongle. As you know, it goes into your OBD2 port. Basically, if you look back at my one of my Scooby videos I did, I installed this ODB2 port extender because I ran the ODB2 reader permanently connected, so I needed a second port. So you just plug it into your ODB2 reader, plug your dongle into the end of that, and then tuck it away inside the dash, and you've got another ODB2 port available if you need to take it to the garage or anything like that. It just made sense for me. Basically, it was to do with not wanting dials and stuff everywhere, so I installed that on the Scooby. So once I'd installed it and plugged the dongle in, I used the magnet holders on the air vents, which I did on the Scooby. Cheap enough to buy. I think they were about £8. Come with the stick-on things for the back of the tablet. The kids stopped using the tablet because I bought them all iPads. So it was free, I suppose, if you want to work it out that way. And just clips on, stays perfectly still. Don't have to mess around with your stereo then. Obviously that's got your music on. You can use it as a sat-nav as well. That's the other bonus about it. Just basically, I'm not going to plug this in because there's no need. I'm just going to plug the port, the dongle in. It goes in under here. Helps if I get it in the right way. as most of you car people already know, ignition has to be on the on position. You'll notice that I've got an error, a code. Anyhow, turn the tablet on. First thing we need to make sure it's connected. Once it's connected, I've been using an app called I don't know what happened there. I've been using an app called Talk Lite, which is free. So I'll just show you in a second. There you go, it's connected. It's a live data app, so it runs so obviously like Master Mods explained in his video, he wanted an analog boost gauge, same as what's already in the car, but he wanted it in the vent. Not my cup of tea, but I thought his video was an excellent video. So if you're interested in doing that, I'll leave a link in the description, and you can follow his instructions. He made it look dead easy for anyone to do, so just have a look at that if that's what you're interested in. But you can set this up with multiple screens, as you can see. Now, the downside to this, it'll only read if you have a sensor for it. So it's got quite a lot of different gauges you can use. It does fault codes, but I'll tell you a little bit more about that. I don't use it for fault codes at all. I don't think it's very good for Fords. But you can add to the display. Add dials, and then it's got everything you could possibly think of. Ambient temp, engine load, RPM. This is a free app as well. It's not iOS, it's only Android or Amazon Fire Tabs. Amazon is Android, but you've got to buy it from to install it, you would have to install Google Play Store onto your Amazon Fire tablet to actually get the app, because the app's not available from the Amazon store. So it goes right through. There's lots of dials and stuff. I keep it pretty basic. As you can see, I won't rev it too much because I've only just started the car, but you'll see the boost works quite good. Oh, and a big explosion from my exhaust. So as you can see, temperature goes up. It's absolutely brilliant, so I can't knock it. If you want to try it, but this is a cheap way of getting some extra dials in your car. If you want it permanently, I'd look at like doing it permanently. You can buy Android head units which will run the app. I'll chuck a picture up, you know, within this video, so you can see what sort of things are available, and you can run the Talk app on the Android head unit. But you've got to remember, if you want to play music, it makes it quite difficult if you're having everything running from your Android head unit. This makes it dead easy. You can just take your tablet out, chuck it in your glove box, or take it into your house. Doesn't really matter. It looks dead standard, and if you get an extra metal sticky thing for your phone, which I've got, you've got a phone holder as well if you don't want to use the tablet. So I hope everyone's enjoyed this. I'm just going to let the engine run, I'm not going to turn it off, and I'll explain a little bit more about this. Okay guys, what you're looking at now is a screen recording of my iPad. Basically it's an app called 4Scan. It's for Fords and other bits and bobs. Basically, at the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see the connection arrow there. I used the dongle that you previously saw in the beginning bit of the video. Obviously, mine's a pre-facelift. I've got it opened on the error page. Basically, it scans for errors, or DTCs, and it scans them via modules with the sensors. So you'll notice that I've got no errors at all on everything apart from the power steering. There's one error. It's just scanning now. There we go. There's the first, the PCM, the powertrain module, with no errors. There's no DTCs with the message centre neither. Like I said, it's just with the power steering. So power steering's a little bit stiff. The code corresponds to steering angle sensor, but as I found out, the steering angle sensor communicates with the power steering pump, and vice versa. So it's one of three things. It's either the steering angle sensor, the power steering pump, or there is a break in the wiring. Luckily for me, I found a working second-hand power steering pump and a working second-hand steering angle sensor, which I've bought. I obviously need to fit them as well. I think personally, after reading lots of things on the internet, that it's going to be the power steering pump, but I've got the sensor anyhow. And the reason being is, I did a test. I used the 12 volt extraction pump, which I used on the oil change, and I tried to extract the power steering fluid and do a power steering fluid change. But as I've started the ignition and started to turn it after I've drained the top bit, it's supposed to pump more up into the reservoir, and it didn't. So I'm pretty sure it's the power steering pump. As you can see there, I went onto the section and it showed you what it could be, and it clears the codes. This is perfect for any Ford fanatic. Obviously, this code still comes up. Another good bit about this ForScan is the fact that it can actually reset your modules as well. So there's the error code again. Hope it's been helpful, but I'll leave a link in the description for the app. I've got it on my phone, on my iPhone and my iPad. It does work on Android and it works on PCs as well, on laptops. So there is a free version in iOS, but you don't get as much stuff. And there is a paid version. I run the paid version. So it's entirely up to yourselves how you do it. I'm just telling you what I've got for it. And hope that's helped. And I'll inform you as how it goes with the power steering pump and the sensor. Thanks for watching.